Artist, mind if I ask you something?
No, go right ahead.
You live in this apartment, right?
Uh-huh.
And you got an apartment in this building, too?
Yes, that's right.
Well, how come we overcame and nobody told me?
From the historic Catalina Jazz Club, it's a privilege to be here. Tonight is a special night. At 92 years young, our matriarch of television comedy is being celebrated tonight, and it's all made possible by this beautiful woman right here, Miss Angela Witherspoon, who's behind the Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation for the Arts. And the mission is straightforward: to help artists in need. Now, I know you're thinking to yourself, who is that beautiful piece of royalty standing right next to Mrs. Witherspoon? Well, she is Anna Maria Horsford. How are you, ladies?
I am just wonderful. Thank you.
So, this is how y'all roll all this beautiful stuff and helping people at the same time? This is how we get down?
Yeah.
Always.
Helping comedians is no laughing matter, and it takes a lot of money, okay? It takes a, because they need help, okay? Mental and financial. They really do. It's a rough life, comedians. I mean, it really is.
And artists and writers and actors.
Yes.
We all come up against it every now and then.
Yes.
I remember one time John and I were down to our last $200, and he said, everybody get under the bed and pray. And I said, well, we got 200 left. We can go to the movies, and then tomorrow we'll dial for dollars.
Right.
Diving for dollars.
Dial for dollars.
Dial for
Yeah.
dollars.
Yes, and we did. We made it.
Yeah, of course.
made it.
Hello.
It worked out.
Hello,
It
you
worked
made it
out.
big
It
time.
worked out.
Yes. Yeah.
Tonight is so special because when we think of comedy and making history, there's really no one quite like our Marla Gibbs. So what does it mean to the two of you based on how much you have seen over the years, how much we have watched a variety of artists grind and make a way for themselves? And we think of Miss Gibbs, and to this day, nobody's done it quite like Miss Marla Gibbs, and she's still out there making history.
Yeah.
I think the road is pretty much the same, which is why we can celebrate one another, because we all go through that path. You know what I mean? When you might be the only one who believes in yourself or believe it makes it. You know, Marla said that she didn't give up her job with the airlines until 3 or 4 years after she was on the Jeffersons. So we want it as bad as anybody else, but we also got programmed to say it might not work the same way for a white actor as it does for a black one. But we still do it with the same joy and the 100%. You know what I mean? I think that's the trail. So people might have done it before her, you know? But we didn't know. And we didn't know that we were the ones who were supposed to celebrate.
Yeah, and she was really a beacon of light
Oh,
when
yeah.
I was a young girl. To see her on television and see her getting laughs, I mean, just she's a milk lady. I mean,
Yeah.
she can take one line and get 5 laughs out of it. You know,
Or look.
Yeah.
Would
and
roll
so
her eyes. It was very authentic.
It gave us
Yeah.
all hope, you know,
Yeah.
that there was a position for us and there might be a part for us and that we might also be on national TV.
Yes.
I'm sure for me it did. And I know you, Anna,
Yes.
you were right behind her.
Yeah,
But,
I was
you
right
know,
next to her. I was next to her. Here
my
she
hero
comes. Yeah.
was Rosalind Cash. Rosalind Cash was always in my. She would come and see me if I was in a theater in a booth in the back in the dark. She'd say, "Baby, don't give up, don't give up."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And she was actually the one that gave me this idea because she had to go to the SAG Emergency Fund. So this is to supplement the SAG Emergency Fund.
Then look who's behind us.
Who is trying to sneak up on? I knew. We keeping it tight. It's gonna get tighter. Come on in, beautiful. The belle of the ball has arrived. Why don't you come into the center here? Why don't you join us here?
Angela, come on in
Yeah,
here.
just was gonna say in her beautiful
Miss
daughter.
Marla Gibbs has joined us here on our tight red carpet, and her daughter is trying to sneak around. Come on around. Look at how beautiful she is. How are you, Miss Gibbs?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing great. It's such a privilege to be in your presence. We're honored to celebrate you tonight.
Well, thank you.
You look so, so great. So how does it feel to be with your daughter tonight for some fun to celebrate you?
Oh, we're always together, and I love it.
Well,
I picked the right daughter.
You did a good job. You did a good job. Okay, somebody was just saying that she picked the right daughter.
Oh, well, that would be moi.
That would be you.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So look,
Look at the queen. I'm a month.
it's contagious, right?
here.
It's
That's
contagious.
He knows all his lines.
So a night like tonight, you know, this never gets tired or worn out. To see your mom being honored, it's now a family tradition to be in the business. So for you, the career that you've carved out for yourself in your own right, you know, what's it feel like to have these moments?
She's trying to give her one of my jobs. I'm trying to
Hey,
hang on to it.
look, you do what you gotta do, okay? It's all in the family. So what's it
And we
feel
work
like?
together as well. Yeah. What does it feel like to watch?
Yeah,
Mama honored?
to be with mom, 92 years young, the longevity with I
Excuse me.
apologize. Yes, ma'am.
She's 30.
It's 30.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not 92, it's 30.
Yes, ma'am. You're right.
Born
If
in 31, then you do the math and you don't tell her. That's the story.
yes, ma'am. That's right. If I
That would
remember,
make me 15.
in 2004, we started having the annual commemorations of the 30th birthday. You're right. I apologize, man. So
Were you there?
I was in the vicinity.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I was a fly on the wall. So you were sharing with us that, you know, your career path, having mom along the way with you, it doesn't get much more unique than that.
It's good stuff. It really is. She paved the way, and her footsteps. Okay, here we go.
She was on TV and in film before I was.
Now, the rumor is that she was in Sanford and Son.
No, she was in
Yes,
Cleopatra Jones. That was the first movie.
Okay.
And then she did
Sanford and Son after that.
Sanford and Son after that. Yeah.
And then I read something that you wrote, 227.
I produced it. It was a play
Oh.
first. Yeah,
Okay, was
and
it
then-
your play?
But no, it was a woman named Christine Houston out of Chicago, but at Cambridge, who was one of our artistic directors at the time, brought me this script and said, "You got to get your mom to do it." And the rest is history. The play was phenomenal. Little Regina King, Nia Long, they were in it. Yeah, we had a theater that was in the community that we wanted to just, you know, it was, you know how it is in our community. Sometimes it's often, you know, the underrepresented, you know, and we wanted to have something there, so the theater was there, and out of that came 227, the play. The TV show. Yeah.
So tonight, the Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation are honoring artists in terms of the mission being to help artists in need, which seems to be the spirit by which your mother, Miss Marla Gibbs, has always gone about handling her business.
Absolutely.
So in that spirit, are we tonight also celebrating, like passing that baton on to this next wave and next generation, knowing that as they achieve and make a way for themselves, you always have to be in the process of helping others along the way?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we do.
That's right.
Angela
That's right.
coaches some of the most phenomenal young actresses.
Thank you.
Who can we even mention? them?
No. But not right now, but later we can. I'm kind of like the secret weapon. They have to say it. I won't say it. I'll let them say it.
Yeah.
Right. But thank you for that.
It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Yeah.
And then my son JD is coming along. He's doing some stand up, and
He's
the
amazing.
baby's doing some singing. So we always reach out and help the young people and people that are around. And we're going to have some testimonials tonight from some of the kids that have received our grants. Yeah.
And it's so important what Angela is doing, and you and John. Yeah, you know, I got to work with John, and just amazing. He was giving, even, you know, as an actor and comedian, he would give me feedback and make me better. And I'm sure he was that way with everyone he worked with. He just was that light, if you will, right? But it's important that what Angela's doing, that we do it for our artists as well, because sometimes there's so much red tape trying to get help, and she makes it easier and more accessible.
If you go to SAG with an emergency, it takes them a month to respond. If I hear about your emergency on Monday, I'll try to write a check on Tuesday. If I can.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, right. They needed it on Sunday.
That's right, exactly. So I
Yeah.
love what you're doing.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
small. They're small grants, but they help. They help. One kid was living in his car, and now he's got a show on BET.
Right.
So-
And she helps with funerals. In some cases, we won't tell who.
Oh, God.
But you know, sometimes people need help.
Situations.
That's right. That's right. So, you know, and the other thing you were saying about, you know, having a theater in the community and what we did with 227, we've also got to be the, if you will, the protectors of the culture and the preservers of our culture, so that, you know, we're still fighting for diversity. It's better, but it's not what it needs to be. And so my mother taught me that each one reach one. And, you know, she made so many opportunities for those in 227 writers and things like that behind the
And the
scenes.
crew.
And the crew.
She made that crew.
Directors.
She diversified the crew.
Yes, she did.
They hadn't heard about that.
That's right.
You
There's
know,
so much to her story
So
in terms of
it's
community.
really, she is so deserving of the first John Witherspoon Comedy Award. I hope you like it. We made
I
it
know I
special.
will.
We made it special.
So tonight, she's going to be the recipient of the first John Witherspoon Comedy Award. How incredible is that?
That's incredible.
You're making history again.
Child.
Well, listen, we know that you all have to get some business of fun taken care of tonight, so we
Say hello to everybody.
we won't hold you up. Yes, but congratulations on this night tonight, okay?
I want to talk to them as well.
Yes,
I
ma'am,
wanna
of
get a photo
course.
with Tina.
All right, Queen. So Miss Tina Knowles taking the red carpet, surprising us. All right. The Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation for the Arts presenting tonight the first ever John Witherspoon Comedy Award to Miss Marla Gibbs. A historic shot right here taking place. Look at the beautiful ladies. This is a classic yearbook photo right here. The Mount Rushmore of comedy and beauty. Love it, love it, love it. From the Catalina Jazz Club, much more on the way. Don't go anywhere. For more information about the great work that the Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation does, go to witherspoonfamilyfoundation.org. That's witherspoonfamilyfoundation.org. All right. A few more surprises and a few more interviews on the way. You're watching FaceTime with Alton. Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere because you don't know what you might miss. Having fun yet? That's Marla Gibbs right there. That's Marla Gibbs right there. That's Marla Gibbs right there. Look at that.
What you calling him? Buminicious. He said everybody call him Buminicious. It's all right for me to call him that. Like, nah, man, his name's CJ. He's saying you could call me by my initials. That's what he's saying.
So tonight we are celebrating the great Marla Gibbs. So for what you have accomplished, and I, on a personal note, I had a privilege of, man, being in your presence when you and Brother Steve Harvey were coming to the neighborhood and building something special, right? So with what you have gone on to do with her influence, what does tonight mean to you, man?
I mean, one, you know, she's an iconic star and, you know, community leader in so many ways. She's done so many great things, you know, from back when she had her theater and, you know, in the hood, really wanted to train and get people up. But all the characters that she's played and displayed on television, just, they lend to us having great pride in ourselves, you know, going back from them, you know, 227s and, you know, being first introduced on the Jeffersons. I mean, she's just legendary, man. And so I've had an opportunity and been blessed to have her on a couple of my shows. She came on The Soul Man, and she also was on The Neighborhood. So I've been really blessed to make sure that she is relevant and seen and people recognize who she is, and we give her flowers. So that's what it's all about, man.
King, As we let you go, man, and thank you for your patience, Queen. A quick word about Brother John Witherspoon, man.
Oh, again, another official legendary character, man. He was the first star I was cast with in my first movie. So my first movie was Ride. I got to play his brother, and so I did most of my scenes with John. And again, he was just, he was warm, he was endearing, he was funny, he allowed me to be funny. He taught me what to do, how to be in a movie, where the scenes was, how to rock it. So all these things were, things that, a masterclass for a first timer, but I was able to jump in with somebody who did it with love, great style, funny, all of it, and then and then keep it moving. That was the thing about John. You ain't got to worry about him too much. He gonna do his business and break on out. You be like, yes, sir. That's how you do it. Salute to you, man.
No, man. Appreciate you, King. Have a great night, man. Cedric the Entertainer giving us some FaceTime. We appreciate his patience. His beautiful wife was kind enough to wait in the wings for us to get a few comments from him. No doubt, one of the classiest gentlemen in the game, Cedric the Entertainer. Much more on the way. Don't move. Back in a moment.
I was trying to lose weight. I really was. I was giving it a really good effort, with the summer and all that kind of stuff. And then one day, when I was pulling some skin off some chicken, it dawned on me, hey, they make bigger clothes.
Never know who might have a career-defining moment that affects the trajectory of somebody's career. Well, once upon a time, somebody was about 22, came to LA, came to Hollywood, popped into a little comedy club one night, and spoke to a cat working at the door and let him know that, hey, look, I want to be a comedian. I'm working to do my thing. And his name was John Witherspoon. She is Marsha Warfield. He said, okay, cool, I'm going to introduce you to some comedians. And the rest, as they say, is Hollywood history. There is no one like her. She's on fire. She just blew up Kenosha, Wisconsin, doing her thing. The stand-up world is about to get another dose of one of the best to ever do it and one of the best to do it right now. The incomparable Miss Marsha Warfield. How are you, beautiful?
I don't know. I'm tired right now. I don't even recognize that person you were talking about.
It's all you.
Oh, well, I thank you so much. That was very nice of you to say.
You deserve it. And so much more. It is such an honor to see you back in the mix. We know that the Marshaverse has some special things forthcoming. So talk to us about your experience literally in real time. You were there when Marla Gibbs took off, established a lane of her own as you were a young pup coming up in the game.
Right.
Tonight has got to be a bit of a trip.
Well, Marla, and I found out later that she's also from Chicago. So we have that in common, but Marla was blowing up, in fact, had blown up when I came into the game. She was already Marla Gibbs, and so to have the honor of working with her on different projects and to have been a patron at Marla's Memory Lane, where they had some really good food and jazz, and just to still be here, to be able to say how much I admired this lady and how glad I am she's still with us to bless us with her presence, and especially tonight for, where John Witherspoon is shining on us too. It can't get any better than that for me.
So 911, Night Court, The Upshaws, just some of your recent work among other things that you have going on. So what are you looking forward to that's forthcoming that, you kind of got going on in the mix? We know that the stand-up comedy is something that's continuing to evolve. What are you looking forward to, man?
I'm developing a one-woman show called The Book of Marsha. It's an autobiographical stand-up live stand-up concert. And there's music and video and pure stand-up, and all within this one woman autobiographical show. And we just did it. We just ran through it the last couple of weeks. It went wonderful, and I'm so happy and proud of it, and I can't wait for people to see it.
The Book of Marsha.
The Book of Marsha.
I want it all, every chapter and then some. I want the bonus chapters. I want all of it. Well, we are so excited for the Book of Marsha, and you look better than ever. And know that you have legions of fans and followers and supporters who are always cheerleading for you, man.
Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, having taken time away from the game and to come back into it. And there are people who still have a warm feeling. That's more than I could ever ask for or expect. I didn't expect it, and the gift is just overwhelming.
You deserve it. So look, I would be remiss if we let you go without asking you something that I think is just a beautiful piece of television history.
Okay.
The scene with you and Richard Pryor and the preparation that did not take place.
Did not.
Tell us about what exactly that scene was and what the lack of prep was. How did you guys go into that?
Well, there was never any dialogue or anything. It was just a blank page, and it had a description that said Richard and a beautiful woman seduce each other with food in a fancy restaurant. That was it. And then it was a blank page, and then it said the end. And so when Richard asked me to do it, I was shocked because, I mean, I had never done anything nothing close to anything. I hadn't done anything in grammar school, high school. I did stand up, and I was a rookie at that. And he said, "You can do it." I said, "Okay." So when we were supposed to rehearse, something happened, and then we had one rehearsal where they showed us the set and said, you sit here, y'all seduce each other with food. Okay, you got it? And then that was that. And so the morning we were supposed to tape the run-through, Richard was late. And he didn't show up until about noon. We were supposed to be there about 7, 8 o'clock. He didn't show up until about noon, and he had on a salmon-colored suit with a carnation. I said, "Oh, he just got married." They said, "But?" I said, "He's dressed like he just got married." And sure enough, he had just gotten married. There had been all kind of hoopla and controversy. And so the rehearsal we were supposed to have never happened. And when it finally did, it was at showtime. The first scene they taped that night. I was sitting there by myself waiting for Richard Pryor to make this funny thing.
And what are we talking, roughly 1977, would you say?
Yes, I was 23 years old and terrified, but I was in it to win it, so I just closed my eyes and went for it.
You have had a heck of a relationship with the network NBC, and that, I would say, is a start that no one else could quite say that they've had.
Well, at that time, Brandon Tartikoff was the president of NBC, and he was from Chicago and had seen me somewhere in Chicago. I did not know this. And so the relationship started. I started on, third base. I didn't know it, but it happened to turn out to be very lucrative and fortunate for me.
We look forward to the Book of Marsha. We are so grateful for you, Queen. We love you. Okay, I'm smooching the cheek.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you for lending your time and talents tonight to celebrate and honor the great Marla Gibbs, 92 years young and getting better and better. And simultaneously, we salute our brother, the great John Witherspoon. The Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation for the Arts has a mission. It is to help artists in times of need. So thank you for your continued support. So we love you, Ms.
Yes,
Warfield.
And let's celebrate them while we have them. You know, I just think we all don't often take time to appreciate just how dynamic the people that we see and take for granted are. The remarkable talents that they have, and just, you know, when you think about the history and how rich it is and how much you had to overcome and how strong we have been to have created genres and you know, not only risen to the top of what was, made something new, rose to the top of that, moved on and made something else. So I think a lot of times what we're missing is a round of applause for ourselves and for each other, and everybody needs to take a bow. Y'all winning, you know it.
See? There's a reason why we love her. There's a reason why she is her. What's the word now when somebody says that they're the one? That's her, that's him. This is her. Hey, have a great night tonight, and thank you so much for giving us a few moments of FaceTime, okay?
Appreciate you. All the best.
Got it. Marsha Warfield.
People mistake me all the time, right? So I'm coming out of the drugstore. This is what I love about Jamaican dudes. Jamaican dudes never try to be funny. They just say real stuff, right? So I'm coming out the drugstore. My man is like, "Excuse me, brother. What's your name? What's your name?" I said, "Bill Bellamy." "No. I thought you were Will Smith."
Well, you know, this doesn't happen all the time where you get to stand next to that dude. You know, the ladies love him, the fellas dig him, you know, a graduate of Def Jam Comedy University, you know,
Say more. No.
all right, one of Seton Hall Prep's finest, you know. He was an econ major at Rutgers. You know, who knew that an econ major would give us the definition of a booty call and then teach us, the wannabes, how to be a player. Now, I flunked, but I went to class, though. I went to class. I took notes. I had good attendance.
I saw you.
I had good attendance.
You came every day. You came early. What's happening?
So, man, tonight, bro, you're hosting,
yes,
sharing your talents and celebrity, man, to uplift the great Marla Gibbs, man,
yes,
for
legend,
somebody that we all grew up on, and she's still in the game at 92 years young. For you, you being a comedian and actor, you do a little bit of everything. You've carved out a lane for yourself.
Correct.
And you're a vet's vet, right? Is it a full circle moment for you to lend your talents for someone that you grew up on? You know what I mean?
Oh, it's crazy. Like, tonight is really special on so many levels, right? You know, obviously John Witherspoon meant a lot to me. His wife means a lot to me. And we wanted to do something in his honor and his family and keep his name and his contribution alive. So, you know, comedy is obviously the conduit, you know what I'm saying? But here's the crazy part about Marla. If you would have told me when I was a child that one day I was gonna meet her, like, I'm excited. Because you're right, she's like royalty, you know what I'm saying? She is in the Hall of Fame of talent, people that open up doors for cats like me to be on TV, to aspire to have a sitcom, to aspire to be in a movie, to aspire to do comedy as your gift, right? She's done everything as well. So tonight we're gonna honor her. I brought some really funny I brought some really funny comedians as well. So it's gonna be a night of laughter. It's gonna get emotional, obviously, because there's certain moments where it just is what it is. But we want, in John's name, we want to have a good time.
All you needed to do was be licking your fingers when you said it. You know what I mean?
For 45 minutes.
Well, man, much love and appreciation for how you've continued to represent the game in a way where it's not strictly about the shine, but it's also about taking the shine to contribute so that others can get that light. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. And that's what we all about. And you clean, bro. Let me give you some love, bro.
Oh, man.
Boy, that boy
Yeah.
clean up nice.
I went to class. Beautiful, timeless. I don't know if it's in the water because folks get to talking about alkaline and all that. All I know is that she's a legitimate baddie, but more than that, she's just a superior talent. Vanessa Estelle Williams giving us a few moments of precious FaceTime because she's really trying to rush in to gig with the live band. What's going on, sister?
What's up? My goodness, Alton. I'm so thrilled and excited to be here for the second annual fundraising Angela and John Witherspoon Foundation. I mean, Angela and John have been a part of my life for such a long time, since my beginning of my time here in LA, and it's like maybe going on 15, 20 years. I can't even do the math because I don't remember the numbers, but but you know, they're such wonderful, you know, John is icon, legendary comedian, but they both are art lovers. Angela herself is an art enthusiast and an artist, a visual artist herself. We love and appreciate art in all of its many expressions. You know, hi sweetie, a piece of my son's work was here for the first auction and got sold to a lovely dear friend of mine. So I'm just so excited to be here, to bring my support, to bring my love, to show up for this good music that's up in there. And just be here as a part of the legacy of John and just supporting my sister Angela.
You know, your career dates back to so many projects that, you know, we all love and admire, but one of the things that comes to mind is your work in the infancy of Fox television, right? And when you consider everything that you've gone on to do since then, Marla Gibbs, someone who has, you know, she's the blueprint. She's the foundation for everybody.
The shoulders we're standing on.
For you, what is this thing where she's 92 years young doing it?
It's just like she's showing us the way, giving an example of how you keep doing. In fact, Marla and I worked on a TV movie, a Christmas movie, like I want to say 2 years ago, and she was just wonderful, and I felt just so grateful to be able to sit at her knee, to be in a scene with her, to just know that she and others like her have opened these doors for people like me to continue the legacy, to continue the process. And so it's just an honor, and I'm so grateful because not one day is promised us, and that she can be a storyteller for all these years and all this time. It's just, she's a national treasure, and we honor her.
See, 18 years of age, I don't know how that's possible, man. So, you know, keep up the great work. Thank you for taking time out when somebody who loves to party.
Oh yeah, I do.
So
shout out to our boy, DJ John Quick in New York, and all the DJs, because they all saved my life.
That's right. We see you, New York's finest, DJ John Quick. Love and shout out to you from Hollywood. So, Sister Queen, Vanessa Estelle Williams, thank you for giving us some FaceTime. Go have fun.
Okay, for sure. Thank you. See y'all later.
So beautiful, so talented. I can't take it. But we told you we'd have a few surprises, and one just walked up, right? Tonight we celebrate Miss Marla Gibbs, our reigning matriarch of television comedy. She's a trailblazer. So from one trailblazer to another, we see the fruits of her labor. He can do it all. Drama, comedy, you name it. If it's in the game, he can do it. Stage, television, film. He is Mr. Richard Lawson. How you doing, King?
I'm wonderful, wonderful. Glad to be here.
You're looking great, man. So the word on the street is that you got quite a few projects happening, man. So give us the update. What you got going on these days?
Well, I have a film called Aftershock, the Nicole Bell story. Nicole was the wife of Sean Bell, who was shot at 50 times on his wedding day in Queens back in 2006. And I play Reverend Al Sharpton, and which was a great privilege to be able to play the Rev. That's going to be an outstanding film.
Nobody's talking about how beautiful of a person Sean was. Nobody's talking about the cops.
People need to hear from you. Your voice is important.
No justice! Sean Bell was shot down in a hail of bullets. 50 shots.
I know this court will do what is right for this officer of the law.
There has been no repercussions for the actions. They took away my joy, future. We are not going to allow that to happen again. This is not over.
I'm also added to the cast of the Black Hamptons, which is an outstanding cast. Vanessa Bell Calloway and I are married. And then I'm starring in a film called Divorce in the Black with Debbie Morgan and so a lot of other beautiful actors and actresses.
It's tough work, but somebody's got to do it, sir.
Hey, listen, I was put on this earth to do this. This is what I do.
Hey, Mr. Lawson, so, tonight here at the historic Catalina Jazz Club, we celebrate with this gathering the great Marla Gibbs. Considering your tenure in the game, can you give us some sort of a context as to what it means for her to have carved out the lane that she has that's affected so many in the business? So a person like yourself, a veteran in your own right, what does she mean to your career?
Well, I've had the pleasure of working with Marla twice. We did a play called Checkmates at what is now the Geffen Theater, and to great success. And then it went on to Broadway, and then I was in 227, which is a show that she produced and created. Listen, Marla got into this business when she was 44, I believe, and she got the Jeffersons, I think, when she was 46. And so, dreams don't have expiration dates. And so she blazed the trail, becoming executive producer and owner of that show, and really showed us that, we have to create it for ourselves. We cannot depend on and wait on other people to pave the way for us. We generate enough money as Black people that we can do anything that we want to do. We just have to change how we spend our money. Most of it is in consumerism, rather than putting it back into our communities, buying Black and otherwise. So Marla showed us how to do that. She created the Vision Theater, and she had another little theater in that same parking lot area. And so she's really been a trailblazer and an entrepreneur. And everything that Black people who are behind the scenes and in front of the scenes are standing on her shoulder.
Wow, it doesn't get much better than this. A legend talking about another legend, right? He is Richard Lawson, Aftershock, the Black Hamptons, and a host of other things. And he's also an actor's coach legend, right? Like the seeds that he has planted of those making moves in the game, like so the humility is great. We appreciate it and all that, but when you can do it all, like how smooth.
I did forget one thing. I directed a film called Black Terror, It's about revolution, about black revolution, and it's going to change the course of how black people see what we have to do going forward. So check that out.
That title is already, you said Black Terror?
Terror. It was a play written 50 years ago by Richard Wesley, and it was an award-winning play in New York. And I didn't change a word, and every word in it is as relevant today as it was then.
Black Terror, looking forward to it. The one and only Richard Lawson. Thank you so much for giving us some FaceTime. It's a privilege to be in your presence. Keep up the phenomenal work.
Hey, I'm gonna do this until it stops.
What a night. The music continues. Marla Gibbs has been honored, and everybody has been so excited to be here. Bill Bellamy, bruh, you were great. All of the comedians who took time out of your busy schedule, all the testimonials, courtesy of Miss Angela Witherspoon, the Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation for the Arts, and it's only gonna get better. This is just a taste of what's to come in the future. So how was it for you tonight?
It was a wonderful evening. I'm so thrilled to have the support of Cedric and Bill Bellamy and all of my friends. Nicole Murphy, did you see her, how gorgeous she looks? And you know, I come from a long legacy of people who help out. My Aunt Rosalie was an English teacher in Florida, and she used to walk people into Florida Normal and walk people into Spelman and say, give this baby a scholarship, this is a smart baby. So I'm just doing the same kind of thing with my emergency fund, and I actually feel proud that I'm able to be in a position to be giving. And it's not giving back, it's just giving. And I encourage you, wherever you are in the world and whatever part of the world you're in, leave your little corner a little brighter than when you found it.
There's somebody that I think it would be apropos at this very moment to acknowledge, because in his own right, he's a legendary figure behind the scenes and deserves as much light as we can give. He goes by the name of Mr. Ed Roebuck. A quick word of how you feel about our brother Ed Roebuck.
Ed he's got a spot in my heart. He's my brother from another mother, and he's the producer tonight. He made sure everything moved quickly, and all I had to do was just show up and look good. So thank you, Ed.
There's nobody quite like Mr. Ed Roebuck. We love you. Thank you for everything that you do, man. You make a difference. You make it all happen. You are not overlooked. You are loved and appreciated, man. So listen, we're going to get together and do this all over again next year. What you think?
Absolutely. And we'll have you back.
Oh, now, don't start none, won't be none. Dean, thinking that he's behind the scenes and nobody notices the magic that he creates. Well, the gig is up. He is Ed Roebuck, one of the dopest, most talented, gifted producers, talent coordinators. Nobody does it quite like Brother Ed Roebuck. He has brought magic moments of entertainment to you around the world, and you just didn't know that it was him doing it. Well, now you know. He is the one who has made tonight possible. All of the talent that has stopped by, Ed Roebuck. Remember the name Ed Roebuck. Ed, congratulations on pulling this off tonight, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you being here.
I understand that your voice, that you really don't have a voice. I wonder why that is. Hard work can make your voice go out.
Very true. Very true.
One of Detroit's finest. We're not going to hold him up, but we did want to make sure that we took a quick moment just to salute him, because far too often we let those who really deserve the shine, we let them move on without making sure that the light comes in the direction where it's supposed to be. So in this moment, the light is right where it's supposed to be, right here. We love you, Brother E. And the Angela and John Witherspoon Family Foundation, thank you for everything that you have made happen tonight. Thank you for the way you love everybody. Thank you for the way you share your gifts. And because of you, and because of all of the love, and because of how great tonight has been, word is we're going to get together and do this all over again next year.
Yes, we are. One more next year. Same place, same time.
Right on. Thank you, Catalina Jazz Club, for a great night. Well, there's somebody waiting in the wings that says, hey, look, man, y'all ain't got to go home, but you've got to get out of here. So before we get attacked, security, you just give us a moment. We just want to say thank you one more time. On behalf of Ed Roebuck, Angela, and John Witherspoon Family Foundation for the Arts, and all of the staff behind the scenes that made tonight possible, thank you. We're going to do it again next year. See you. Peace. This is a classic yearbook photo right here. The Mount Rushmore of comedy and beauty. Love it, love it, love it. Somebody's got to do it, sir.
Hey, listen, I was put on this earth to do this. This is what I do.
Hey, looking forward to the book of Marsha. We are so grateful for you, Queen. We love you. Okay, I'm smooching the cheek.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you for lending your time and talents tonight to celebrate and honor the beautiful, timeless. I don't know if it's in the water, because folks get to talking about alkaline and all that. All I know is just that, who knew that an econ major would give us the definition of a booty call and then teach us, the wannabes, how to be a player. Now, I flunked, but I went to class, though. I went to class. I took notes. I had good attendance.
I saw you.
I had good attendance.
You came every day. You came early.
How incredible is that?
That's incredible.
You're making history again.
Yeah.